Alright, I'm going to take you through how to do a histogram on the calculator. This is the example you have in front of you. So if you want to follow along and do this on your calculator with me. Every once in a while your calculator will look different than mine. And that is because yours is a color calculator and mine's not. So it's about all the same steps. Just want to make sure it looks the same. So it says, below are times obtained from a mail order company's shipping records concerning time from receipt of order to delivery and days from the order in the catalog. We're going to construct a histogram using our calculator. So I have a few steps that I'm going to go through. So you'll need to write them down and then we'll do them. So step one is to turn on a plot. So what we want to do is we want to put data into the calculator and see it. So we have to do what's called a stat plot. So to turn a plot on, we're going to do a few steps. So I'm going to pull my calculator up here and do it with you as it's written, and then we'll do it again. So we're going to hit second y equals, those are keys. And if you'll notice, right above the second y equals is the word stat plot. That means we want to plot something with statistics. So this is our stat plot. So we would hit second y equals, just as it says. Then we're going to do number one, plot one. You could turn any plot on you want, but I'm going to do number one. Yours might not look the same as mine, and that's okay. So plot one, we're going to turn it on. So hit enter on. This is what you want it to look like. Then you arrow down, and there are 6 graphs to choose from. This is a scatter plot, which we will not be worrying. This one we really won't probably ever use. Here's our histogram, and these are called box plots that we'll use. So we want a histogram. So go over and hit enter. And then we want to use list 1. You can use any list you want, but list 1 is the easiest one to use. So we're going to put our data. If yours doesn't say list 1, see right here above the number 1 is L1. So we would do second 1, and it would turn list 1. Whatever list you want to use is above your keys 1 through 6, I believe. So you want this to look like that. So again, it's second y equals number 1 on histogram list 1, and we're going to leave frequency as 1 for right now. Alright, that's our first step. Our second step is we want to put the data in the calculator. So we have to tell the calculator this data. So to do that, we're going to hit stat number 1 edit. So the stat key is right here. Stat number 1 is edit. Now, you easily could have some data in here. So let's say you had some numbers in list 1. List 2 and 3 won't matter, or 4, 5, and 6, only 1. To clear it, I just wanted to make sure and go over that. You don't want to hit delete, you want to hit clear. So to clear list 1, you would go up and highlight list 1, right here, and you would hit clear, enter, clear, enter. And that would clear the list out. Just don't ever hit delete. And now you're ready to put this data in. So we're going to type all this data in, and it doesn't matter how you do it. So I'm going to just go down because of my calculator. So 3, you can do it in any order. 7, 6, 7, 12, 8, 10, 10, 3, 4, 5, 22, 10, 14, then I'll double check and make sure I got them all in right. 23, 19, 12, 14, 12, 6, 8, 11, 2, 5, 8, 9, 4, 22, 7, 25, 27, 11, 31, 13, 13, 5, and 21. If you missed one, you can just go and put it back in at the end. It doesn't make a difference. Let's see, let's make sure we have enough. Let's see. I'm going to go through the list rather quickly and make sure I have everybody. 21, 5, 13, 13, 31, 11, 27, 25, 7, 22, 4, 9, 8, 5, 2, 11, 8, 6, 12, 14, 12, 19, 23, 14, 10, 22, 5, 10, 10, 3, 3, 10, 10, 8, 12, 7, 6, 7, 3. Alright, so all my data is in. The last step is your calculator will actually find a perfect window for this data. Now, here's the problem. Sometimes your calculator doesn't make the best histograms. It fits it as best it can, but we might have to tweak it. If we're happy, then we will keep it, and if not, we'll make some changes. So you're going to hit zoom number 9, that's called a zoom stat, and it will fit a window to your stat, so to what you put into stat. It'll fit the best window for them. So we'll hit zoom number 9, and there is our graph. I apologize. If you get anything like me, that means you have something in y equals, so let me go clear that all out. And I would like to just say under y equals, I do know I have a plot on right here because it says plot 1 and it's dark, so that means it's on. So I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to hit zoom 9, and there is our histogram window. This one is pretty good. Not a bad histogram. It made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. That's pretty nice. You can do trace, and we can figure out what the bars are. So this one has a minimum of 2, and the maximum is 6.83. There are 9 in that one. Okay. Arrow over. This one is minimum of 6.83 to 11.7, and there are 12. This one is 11.6 to 16.5, and there are 7. 16.5 to 21.3, and there are 2. 21.3 to 26, and there are 4, 1, and 1. So, if we were to sketch this, looks like our highest is, go back this way. You do have to hit trace for that to show up. So our highest is 12 over here. 2, 4, 8, 10, 12. And I would really just do what it has here. So this one starts at 2 and goes to 6.83. So I would do 2 to 6.83 to 11.67. You can tweak this like if we wanted to. Actually, we could go over here to window. Instead of 3.85, we could make that 36. And we could go going by 4.8, so we could just go by 5. No big deal. Changes just a little bit. And that works. So actually, let's do that. So again, I hit the word window, and I just changed that to 36, and I changed the scale to 5. So zoom 9 had used this window, 35.83, scale of 4.8, so it's doing its bars as 4.8. So all we can do is we can just make a little change and say, okay, let's make this 36 as the high, and let's do these little bars by 5. And the graph doesn't really change the graph too much. Just makes it a little easier to graph. So trace, so this will be 2 to 7. So 2 2 to 7, 7 to 12, 12 to 17, so this will be to 22, 27, and 32. And you'll notice that there are none over here. Okay, so that makes them a little nicer. And we have, looks like 9. So we will go up here to 9 and put our bar. This one has 12. So we go over here to 12 and put our bar. 7. 2. Looks like by changing that we have one more bar, or one less bar, but that's okay. Still a good amount. 4. The last one is 2. So there is our histogram. Now, if we describe this, we would say that the shape of this graph, to me, looks like it is skewed to the right. I do not see any unusual features or outliers, so I would put none for this. Center, well, typically center is where the highest area is, so it'd probably be in here somewhere between 7 to 12. So we would say around 7 to 12 would be our center. And spread, well, we actually have the data, so we can use that. So the highest is 27. That's that bar there, I guess, 27. Oh, 31, there's our high. And our low is 2. So our spread is from 2 to 31, or a range of 29. So it's pretty spread out. And that is how you do a histogram on the calculator. Now, the other sheet you have is describing data, and I've got those in the next video that you'll need to watch. If you have any questions on how to put it in the calculator, you can also just do it by hand, but if you want to do it in the calculator, you can. If you have any questions, Ms. Rosales is available probably across the hall. She could answer questions.